We're talking classics today, guys. We're talking Clinique and Sex and the City. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am your host, Kimmy. I don't know why I broke out into cabaret. It just spontaneously happened. Anyway, I am Kimmy, and this is my attic, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to be talking two things. Like I said in the intro, we are going to be talking Clinique. I picked a bunch of stuff up over Black Friday. Most of it is going to be first impressions. A couple of things are not. I think one thing's not. Anyway, we'll get into it. And we're also going to be talking Sex and the City, so I want to give you a fair warning. If you have somehow managed to avoid what's been going on with the show, or I don't know, maybe you're binge watching the series for the first time, or you haven't seen the movies and you want to, or like I said, you've been avoiding social media like the plague and you don't know what's going on with, and just like that, then this might be the video for you because there will be some major spoilers. We're going to really get into it. So I just want to let you guys know that if you don't want to know what's going on with Sex and the City, this definitely is not the video for you. With that, the other thing I wanted to mention is that in my video yesterday that I released, I did say that yes, after all of my bitching and whining and moaning about 31 Days in the Attic, I am once again getting on the Vlogmas train. But it's halfway. I'm getting on the half. We're doing half of Vlogmas. And half of Vlogmas is better than none, as they say. Someone says that. So I posted my first video on Friday, which was the 17th. So actually it's a little bit less than half. But from now until yesterday, I said Christmas Eve. It's actually going to be now till New Year's. Unless something goes wrong or something goes weird, I will be posting a video every day, with the exception of Christmas. I have to take a day off to go through and organize my eyeshadow palettes for the big New Year's declutter. Yes, I have to set aside an entire day for that, okay? So with the exception of Christmas Day, we will be doing a video every day from now until New Year's. With that said, guys, if you have been liking my videos, I do ask that you, and you want to subscribe, I ask that you do it. I am trying to make it to 50 by New Year's. I'm almost there. So like I said, if you've been enjoying my videos, please hit the subscribe button. Do it now. And with that, let's talk Sex and the City and Clinique. Alright guys, so we are going to start the talk with Clinique. Clinique is just one of those like classic brands. They don't do a lot of fancy launches. They kind of have a very steady line of products. And I also think they have a very steady line of customers. I think that, like I said, they have a loyal fan base. And I mean, I can see why. I haven't used that much Clinique, but whatever I have used, I have been very pleased with. I first started using Clinique after I was diagnosed with my nickel allergy, and I gravitated towards it because it was like a skincare brand gone makeup, and I felt it would be, I don't know, in my head somehow I felt like that would be a better thing for me to use since I had such reactive skin. Always had a good experience. I haven't tried that many products, but the products that I have tried, for the most part, I have enjoyed. And the customer service, for me, I've always found it to be very good. Whether I was at the counter or I was having a conversation with someone online, like they have the, the beauty consultants online that you can talk to. Because when I got into makeup, you guys know I had no clue what I was doing. And I was looking for very certain things. So they were really like a big help to me. I have to say that. And I really do like the brand for that reason. Also, like I said, I think they have the products that I have tried for them have been very good. It's not overly expensive. It's not cheap, but it's like middle. It's like middle. I mean, if you get into some skincare brands at the department stores, the prices are insane. So I think that Clinique, they have a very reasonable price point, and they have some wonderful products. A little bit of a history lesson. They were launched in 1968. Their parent company is Estee Lauder, and it was actually Evelyn Lauder who came up with the title Clinique and was the first one to wear the classical white lab coat that they are now associated with. They launched in Saks Fifth Avenue, and the reason that they had the white lab coat is because they marketed themselves as a dermatologist-driven brand. So there's a little bit of trivia for you. Today you'll find Clinique, I think, in like most department stores. You can get them in Ulta. Of course, they have the website. on all that. And Black Friday, they had a sale. They had a sale on Black Friday, and I think it was Clinique because some of this stuff I picked up at Macy's, some of this stuff I picked up at Ulta. I think it was just like a general Clinique sale. So let me show you what I got because I got a lot of stuff. I don't know why I went Clinique crazy on Black Friday, but I did. Clinique is like well known for like these kind of box sets, and I think on the holidays they do them like quite a bit. And I think this one actually, was it at Macy's or it was at Ulta? This one sold out actually, but I was able to pick it up. It is the On the Go Glam box. And what do we have in here? All right, some of this stuff I am going to be giving away. I know right away. Okay. The Cold Classic Flattering Sheer Balm. Oh, that's Black Honey. Yes, I definitely want to try that, but I'm not going to try it in this video because I have another lip product that I want to try. But I'm going to I'm making a video of things I really have been dying to try and just never did. And I'm going to be putting that lip product in that video. Okay, then we have Clinique Happy. That is the classic perfume, wealth flowers, mix of a hint of citrus, a wealth of flowers, a mix of emotions. I honestly don't remember what it smelled like if I ever tried it, but I'm probably going to give it away. Liquid liner, definitely giving that one away unless it doesn't contain iron oxides. I'll check real quick. I totally doubt it. Most eyeliners do, so I will be giving that one away most likely. We're going to go ahead and try the mascara, and then what else is in here? Oh, so yeah, this happens. Out of this whole box, oh my god, I just said try, give away. We'll try the mascara. Here's the thing. This comes with a Moisture Surge lightweight gel for hydration, for plump glowing skin in an on-the-go size. So that will work for me. I'm going to try these skincare products and I will give you guys like an update. But, oh, and there's a balm to oil makeup remover to gently dissolve makeup. I will go ahead and try that. And then also, what's also in here is the Cream Mousse Cleaner for combination and oily skin types in an on-the-go size. And there's also a big size, and there's like a makeup bag. There's no way I can use that. There's no way in hell I can use that because it's made for oily skin. And I didn't notice that when I purchased it. So, yeah, I am going to be giving that to my friend Sheila. She has combination skin, so she can probably be able to use that. There's actually two of them in here. There's a full size and a mini size. So maybe I'll give her that with the makeup bag and the the eyeliner and the perfume. Merry Christmas, Big Sis. Anyway, so we'll be giving her that. And then all about the eyes. I have used that. That's for like puffiness. That's pretty good. My mom uses that too. And the Take the Day Off makeup remover. That one, I've used that product. It's pretty good. It's not the best makeup remover, but it's not bad. I like it. And of course the Moisture, there's another, there's an on the go and there's a regular size Moisture Surge in here. I don't think I need all of that Moisture Surge. So maybe I will give something away there too. Someone can be friends with me getting some Clinique products. Okay, and then I got this. Now this is 3-Step Create Great Skin, and I made sure that I picked up the one for dry combination. Clinique makes a bunch of these, and they make them for like dry skin, oily skin, so you have to pay attention when you buy this to what you're buying. Lesson learned. So yes, this is twice a day exfoliator, clarifying lotion. Here we have soap that is made for dry skin, so I'll be able to use that. And the dramatically different moisturizing lotion, we're going to test that out today. And the other skincare product I have is Clinique Smart Night. This is custom repair moisturizer that you use at night. Dry combination, Smart Night moisturizer targets wrinkles, firms, brightens, and imparts radiance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try all of these skincare products. I have a bunch of skincare products to try. I have these, I have the stuff I got from Trader Joe's, I have the stuff from the advent calendars, and then I actually bought another brand that I never heard of, and I'll be talking more about that too. So I have a bunch of skincare products to try, so eventually, after a couple of months or whatever, or whenever I have tried them, I will definitely go ahead and give you guys an update on all of that stuff. But today we are doing a full face of Clinique makeup. And we're going to have our Sex and the City chat. So without further ado, let's get started on that. I have some Clinique base makeup we're going to try. let's do it. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and try this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. It doesn't say on the face, but that's what we're going to do. And we're going to use it as a primer. I think I saw somebody use this as that one, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so yes, Sex and the City. How many seasons was it? The original show, it was like a half an hour. It was on HBO. I didn't really see too much of it on HBO. I watched a lot of them on E, so I think they did lose some, but I did watch some of them on HBO. And it was 4 friends. It was Samantha, Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte. And they that show took place when they were in their 30s, and then it moved on to the movies when they were in their 40s. And now they have the reboot, and just like that, and yes, the ladies are in their 50s. This does feel pretty moisturizing. It's kind of thick, but it feels good. Okay, so the base product that we're going to use is the Clinique. I've never used this before. None of these are new, by the way. I said that Clinique does not launch a whole lot of stuff, but they're new to me. So this I never tried. It's the Clinique ID Dramatically Different Moisturizing BB Gel. And I am in the shade, does this thing have shades? Create your own custom. Oh, this is one of those things. Clinique is known for this, where you kind of put it together. So I hope I got the right one. Yeah, you have to like pick your cartridge. So I chose number 2, lines, wrinkles, lines and wrinkles, smooths lines and plumps the skin. So we're going to add that. So you kind of make your own, like you pick your base and then you pick your cartridge. Let's see how this works. I don't even know if this gives you any coverage. I have no clue what the hell this is. It says BB gel. So, but it doesn't have a shade. All skin types. Insert your targeted active cartridge into this base. Yeah, so this is the base, and then you insert the cartridge. They do a lot of skincare products like this. I've used one of them in the past. I don't remember what I thought of it. It wasn't this one then. Into space, assemble your custom blend. Prime to pump until dispense both formulas and spread over face twice a day. So I don't think this gives you any coverage. Okay. Wow. You live, you learn. I think you just put it in. Yeah, so the show basically follows the 4 ladies as they go through their relationships with different men and their relationships with each other. And that's basically all there is to it. I mean, that's not all there is to it. We're going to get into it, but that's the basic gist of it. Okay, remove before using, what the heck? Why did things difficult? Oh, it wasn't difficult. It literally just came out. Alright, and we're gonna put it in here. Oh, that's it. Okay, and then I guess you just prime it to use it. I do not know what is going to happen here. It's like live television. So one of the questions that people used to ask each other was like, who do you relate to in Sex and the City? Are you a Charlotte, a Samantha, a Carrie, or a Miranda? And I am definitely a Carrie. It's like no question. I am a Carrie. What? Is this like mixed together? I guess this is mixed together. It looks purple. What the heck? Oh yeah, that is the color that it looks like. How is this a BB? All right, I'm sure this has no coverage. I think I misunderstood the products. I think I misunderstood the products. I thought it feels nice though. It does feel really nice, but no wonder it has no tone. It has no color. Yeah. Dramatically Different Moisturizing BB Gel, but it's not like a foundation or anything. That's okay because I could, you know what? Maybe I'll just use the foundation that I have. So maybe this is like a primer. What the hell is this? This revolutionary system allows you to combine moisturizing BB gel with active cartridge. Oh, so it's really just for your lines and wrinkles. It's really just for lines and wrinkles, I guess. I don't think it has any coverage, but it does feel really, really nice. But actually, I actually do have a foundation that we can use, but it's not new. So I guess I could have used this as the primer. I didn't need the lotion. I like this better than the lotion, actually. It really, really moisturizes the skin, and I can see it's giving me kind of a dewy glow. It's nice, but it's not what I thought it was. I thought it was like a BB cream. Oh, wow. Whatever. It's nice, so at least there's that. So yeah, I am definitely a Carrie. Like, all the ladies, they all kind of had it together except Carrie. They all had, like, different personalities. Like, Samantha, she had an amazing career. She was very wealthy. She had her finances together. She had like a lot of guys. She didn't care. She just like messed around with a lot of guys. She didn't care about like relationships or anything. Then you had Charlotte. Charlotte was like very prim and proper. She just wanted to get married. She wanted to have children. Like that was like her thing. And she was born and raised with money, so she had her money together. And then you had Miranda. She was like the cynical one. Like every guy she met, she pretty much thought there was something, like they were after her, there was something wrong with them. She had a Harvard law degree, so she was like the super smart one. And then you had Carrie, who was like all over the place. She wrote a column. She wrote a column called Sex in the City. Of course, it's how this show got its title. So she never, you know, her career kind of depended on how well her column was doing. She didn't have her finance together. She spent all her money on shoes. She had horrible taste in men. She always made the wrong choice. And she was just like a mess. Like she held the friends together, but she herself was a mess. And I definitely resonated with that. I resonated with her spending habits because mine are very bad too. And I resonated with her choices in men. I could write a book. Okay? I could write a book. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. All right, so the foundation I'm going to try is the Clinique Redness Solution. This is the only foundation that I have from Clinique, and I actually purchased this. This is not new. I've had this a while. I bought this because the lady that I was talking to, the consultant, recommended this for me when I had the reactive skin, and it was a very good recommendation. I am in. This is Redness Solutions Makeup Broad Spectrum. I don't know if this has a. Does this have a shade? Calming Alabaster. That's the shade. Yeah, it's just like, if you have like a redness, it does work to a point. I mean, if you have really bad rosacea, it's not gonna, you know, work that good. But if you just have some redness, it does work to a point, and it's super dewy. It's very dewy, and I'm assuming that's because a lot of times red skin is associated with dry skin. So I think this is, ooh, I'm almost out of it. I think it is for dry skin. I never hear too much about this foundation, but I really like it. Like I said, if you're prone to red skin, this might be one that you want to try. It's pretty good. So yeah, so I always identified with Carrie. So very early on in the series, Carrie meets Mr. Big. This is a total disaster. And this is kind of what like drives the series, is her relationship with Big, of course, played by Chris Noth. And she has like an instant attraction to Big, and he has an instant attraction to her. But the problem is I'm sorry, I'm reaching a mirror. She really wants like a relationship pretty much from the get-go, despite what she says. She wants a commitment from Big. And Big is pretty much the whole series never ready to go there. He basically treats her like garbage, which is very, very, very overlooked in the reboot. But I guess because the reboot is like so many years later. Sorry, I think I'm blinding you. This is a mirror on mirror situation. So yeah. So like I remember like she's never like even clear if they're dating. Have you ever been in that situation? She's never even like clear if they're dating, and then when they finally are dating, he just out of nowhere kind of tells her that he's going to be going to Paris and does not include her in the plans at all. So she's like, well, she decides that she'll go to Paris too and write her column. This is like a famous episode. And he says, well, that's great as long as you're not going to Paris for me. Obviously she was going to Paris for him. Why else would she be going to Paris? And like she like blows up and like they break up, whatever. And he does return from Paris. And when he returns from Paris, he's married. He has a wife, Natasha, who makes an appearance actually in the reboot too. And she's like significantly younger than Carrie. I think she's like, I think she's like in her 20s. And, you know, she can't believe that Big wanted to get married and he didn't want to marry her. And it's like this whole thing. And, you know, throughout the series, like she has a lot of affairs with different men, but she never, ever gets over Big. She never gets over Big. He basically influences her entire life. So then she meets Aiden. And Aiden is like that, he's supposed to represent like the perfect guy. He's good looking, he has a good job, he treats her like a queen, but she can never get like into him. And it's kind of like she wants to be into him because she knows how good he is for her, but she can't get over Big. And Big ends up cheating on his wife with Carrie. And even after that, I don't think they get together, if my memory serves me right. But Big ends up leaving his wife, and Aiden ends up eventually breaking up with her. And then, Who else was there? There was Burger. I can't remember where did Burger fall in? Was he before or after Aiden? I think he was before. I'll get into that in a second. Okay, what I'm putting on now is the Clinique Moisture Surge Lip Plump Hydra treatment. I'm gonna try this. Usually I try to like put something on my lips before I'll add like a lipstick. So I'll try this early on, and then later on when we do the lipstick, hopefully it doesn't dry my lips out because my lips are so dry. Okay. Well, this feels really nice. I don't know if it's gonna have like a plumping effect. It definitely doesn't tingle. I don't think that's what it means. I think it just means like it's gonna hydrate them, but this feels really good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of concealer. I have the Clinique Line Smoothing Concealer. Let's see how this works on my under eyes. I definitely need some line smoothing stuff. Okay. I'm just going to put a little like here. I'm not going to put it everywhere. I've been doing my concealer like this lately, and it's been much, much better. It's not been like settling. Oh my God, I do have a lot of red under there. I haven't been sleeping that well. Okay. So anyway, Burger, I can't remember where he came in. Was he after Aiden or before? I don't remember, but he was played by Ron Livingston, the guy from Office Space. And why Burger was important is because he was kind of like someone that Carrie actually like liked. Like, he almost, like, made her, like, she really liked him. She was really into him. And, like, that rarely happened. She was only into Big, but she was into Burger. And what was funny about that is he also turned out to be, like, a total jerk. And he was the one who dumped her on the Post-it. That was a classic episode. She got dumped on the Post-it. That's my favorite episode. He, like, comes over to her apartment. He spends the night. And then when she wakes up in the morning, he leaves her a note on a Post-it. One of those yellow Post-its that is just not going to work. And later on, she goes out with, like, the girls. They don't want to go out, but she tells them that she got dumped on a Post-it. So they decide that they have to hang out with her because they feel so bad. And I don't know what the hell happens, but somehow she gets arrested. She ends up, like, in a cop car. And she tells the officer that she was dumped on a Post-it, and he doesn't believe her. And she has it with her, and she's in the cop car, and she shows it to him, and he lets her go. So that is my favorite episode. But yeah, Carrie always chose the wrong men. She always chose the wrong men. And she never got over Big. And then after that, she was involved with a Russian. He was another fiasco. He was played by the ballet dancer, the famous ballet dancer. I can't remember his name, and I probably couldn't pronounce it anyway. But what happened was she decides to go to Paris with him, and it doesn't work out. He takes her to Paris. He like totally ignores her because he's having like a an opening, an art gallery opening, and he's a bit of a narcissist anyway. But what happens? Our hero, Mr. Big, toxic relationship, goodbye. He comes and he saves her. He rescues her in Paris, and he takes her back to New York, and the two of them live happily ever after in what I think could be considered a fairy tale story, maybe more of a fairy tale than Snow White or Cinderella. Even Candace Bombshell, who wrote the book, said that would have never happened. She based all her characters on real people. There was a real Mr. Big. I don't know who he was, but he did exist. And she said there is no way that would have ever, ever, ever happened in real life. So, fairy tale. There you have it. That was the series in a nutshell. That was the series in a nutshell. Okay, let me tell you, this concealer is not going to work for me. I like this foundation. I liked this product. This concealer says it's good for lines, fine lines, and wrinkles. I have to get a better mirror. I have to get a mirror that's not going to blind you. I'm about to do that because all of my mirrors have mirrors on the other sides. I can already tell this is going to sink into my lines, which I think feels like conducive. Conducive? Something. What am I saying? This powder is also not new. This is Redness. It's so dirty. I don't want to show it to you. It's Redness Solutions powder. I got it around the same time that I got the foundation. I'm just going to put a tiny, tiny bit over this concealer in an effort to try to save it. But I don't know if that's going to work. I think on camera it probably doesn't look too bad, but up close you can tell this is going to sink into every fine line that I have, even though it's 4 fine lines. So I have to say, I like everything so far except that concealer. And with that, we have the base makeup done. Let's move into brows. Okay, so for brows, we're going to go ahead and try the Instant Lift for Brows Crayon. On one side, it has like a brow pencil, I guess. What is it? Ooh, what the heck? Instant Lift for Brow Crayon. It's a crayon, but it's not like sharpened or anything. It's like a flat surface. That's really weird. I'm in soft brown. And then on the other side, it has a highlight. So it's like a brow lift. So yeah, this is for, I always like these. These are like for underneath the brows. I don't know how this is gonna look. It's like it doesn't have a point. Isn't it supposed to have a point? I don't know. Let's see. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do the brows. Yeah, then we had Sex and the City, the first movie. I can honestly tell you that I loved the first movie. I thought the second movie sucked. It was so bad. It was so horrible. Well, let's get to the first one. First one I thought was really, really, really good. I did not, well, get to the ending in a second. But in the first one, she's like doing really, really good with Mr. Big. They're dating and they decide to get married. And I think they kind of decide to get married because something with the apartment, like I don't know. They were living together. He had bought it for them and she said, well, it's not really mine because we're not married. And then he's like, well, let's get married. Very romantic. Anyway, it's supposed to be like a really simple wedding and it turns into like is this like even coming out? What the hell? Oh, there it goes. And it turns into something like much bigger, and Big is like totally like, he's like, this is my third marriage and how does this make me look, whatever. Like there's like, you know, you can tell something is not right. And then finally the big day comes. I don't like this pencil at all. The big day comes and they are, it's okay. I guess once you get used to it, I like a point. Are you supposed to sharpen it? No, you never get a product and it's supposed to sharpen it. I've never heard of that. Finally, the big day comes. They are getting married in the library in the city and there's like so many people. It's like in the freaking like society news. Oh, it's okay. It's like in the freaking society news and everything else. And guess what? Big doesn't show up. Big doesn't show up. Well, he shows up. Here's the thing. He calls her and says he had called her the night before and she knew he was freaking out, so she was nervous the whole time, and then he calls her and says he's not coming. But he immediately turns around and he does show up eventually. Like she comes running out of the library and he does show up. But then she's like, oh, she doesn't want to hear it. He's like, no, I'm ready now, let's get married. But she doesn't want to hear it. And at that point I kind of knew that they were going to get back together. Like, if they had just had him go and not come back to the library to get married, then I would have said there's no way they can ever put these two back together. But the fact that he, like, changed his mind, like, a minute later and came back, I said to myself, they're going to reunite at the end of the movie. And I was right. So, the rest of the movie is about her going, like, you know, kind of getting over. The whole movie is her getting over Big and, like, how she's going to move on. She decides that she doesn't want anything to do with him. She, like, doesn't want to take his calls. She takes him out of her phone. She changes her hair color. She goes on a whole, like, big, like, thing, how she's going to, like, start her life over. And she has to start, like, her life without Big. Because this is a man that really, everything was Big for 10 years. Oh, my God, that's beautiful. Okay. I'm not crazy about the actual eyebrow pencil, but I'm crazy about the highlighter. I think it's gorgeous. I like these products in general that like highlight under your brow. So anyway, yes, at the end of the movie, after she finally gets over him and starts to move on, she goes back to the apartment that they had together to retrieve her Manolo Blancs, which were the shoes that she... There were these great pairs of shoes that she had bought. Big is there, and they end up getting back together, and they get married in a very simple ceremony with her and her Manolo Blancs, and that's how the movie ends. And I have to tell you, I wasn't, like, quite thrilled with that ending, even though I knew that's the way it was going to go. And I even remember reading an interview with Sarah Jessica Parker herself, and she was like, I can't believe Carrie married him after everything and even not showing up at the wedding. She still marries him. So I kind of felt that way too. I would like to think that if I was in that situation, I would have just like gotten my shoes and walked out the door. I would have walked at the apartment. What do you guys think? Would you have married Big? After all that, after all he put her through for 10 years. Do you remember there's a scene in the movie where Charlotte screams when she finds out they're getting married and she makes an announcement that her friend is getting married and they have been dating for 10 years and everybody starts clapping? It was really funny. Yeah, I would like to think that I would not have, but I don't know. I guess it did work out because in the end they were happy after all that time. So yeah, then they had a part two. Part two was so stupid. They go to Dubai. Samantha had like wins this trip, or no, she doesn't win it. She gets it through her job. And they go to Dubai, and then she meets Aiden in Dubai. In Dubai, she meets Aiden, and she ends up like kissing him or something, and then Big is pissed. I think they were trying to make it like, oh, like this time it was Carrie that messed up, but the whole movie was so dumb. Like, you could skip. And I was a big Sex and the City fan, and I didn't like it. So I really think you could skip it. And then, out of nowhere, I learned that they were doing the reboot. So now they have Sex and the City and Just Like That. And they call it And Just Like That because she used to do, like, her column. And in her column, she would always say, like, the show always started with her writing and ended with her writing. And then she would always, in her column, she always wrote, or when she narrated, it might not have been in her column, but when she narrated, she would always say, and just like that. And just like that, like that. So that's why they call it And Just Like That. And oh my God, everybody was so excited. Well, if you were a Sex and the City fan, you were probably excited for it to start. It started, there's been 3 episodes so far, so. I like the brows. I like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I'm back. I sneezed. I like this part. I like the highlighting part. I think it's beautiful. Benefit makes one. Kylie makes one. This one is a little bit more highlighty. It's very sparkly. It's very, very pretty. The actual eyebrow pen, I am not 100% sold on. It's just okay. But I do like the other part, so it's okay. All right, so now we're going to do our makeup. We'll do some brush. We'll do some brush. We'll do some blush. We'll do some bronzer, and we will do some highlight. Okay, so we'll start with the bronzer. This is a bronzer, I'm telling you, I have wanted to try pretty much since they released it. I believe it was released sometime last year. This is the Powder Pop Flower Bronzer in Solar Pop. Look how cute this is. Oh, by the way, guys, I will list all these products down below. I don't remember how much. I got most of these on sale, so the prices aren't going to be exactly the same. But like I said, Clinique's pretty reasonably priced, but I will go ahead. I'll list all of these products down below in the description box. Look how cute this is. Can you see? It's like flowers. And of course, you know me. This is partly why I wanted it. But yeah, so this is the bronzer. We're going to try it. And yeah, it was like the perfect excuse to get it because I've wanted it pretty much since it came out, but for some reason I just never purchased it. All right, so let's go ahead and take one of these Sephora brushes. And I almost don't want to touch it because I don't want to ruin the flowers. Ooh. Okay, well, let's not go by us. Ooh, this might be too dark. I'm gonna have to go in with a very light hand here. Okay. I can't do my makeup in the camera. I have to do it in this mirror. All right, so yes, they had the And Just Like That, the reboot. Ooh, it is kind of pretty. They had the And Just Like That reboot, but Kim Cattrall, who's plays Samantha, decided that she didn't want to be in it. Now, what's kind of crazy is that Samantha and Kim Cattrall, Carrie and Samantha are like best friends, but in real life, I've heard that there was like a feud between Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker. They just don't get along. So, and it must have been that bad that Kim Cattrall didn't even want to be involved in Sex and the City. She wasn't interested in playing Samantha, and I think it was a very, very good decision on the show's part to not recast. You could not recast Samantha. That would have been a disaster, so they just wrote her out. And I did kind of like the way they wrote her out. I was very happy that they didn't kill her off. I was really afraid that they were going to kill her off because Samantha spent some of the show sick. She had breast cancer. In the show. And I was hoping that they didn't take that route. And in Sex and the City's defense, which I think was a good decision, they didn't kill Samantha off. But at the same time, I'm not crazy. Well, I guess what could they say? They said that her and Carrie, she took a job in London because Carrie didn't want her as a publicist anymore, which I thought was kind of stupid, but I guess they really just didn't know what to say. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Everybody knows the real reason why there was no more Samantha. So the show is definitely missing something without Samantha. Do I like this bronzer? I don't actually see it. Let me try another brush. This is weird because when I swatched it, it looks so dark. But it's not really... I'm going to say no. I'm not crazy about this bronzer. Most of this makeup, I'm not overly crazy about. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. The show's lacking something without Samantha. There's no doubt about that. Whether you liked her or you didn't like her, she brought a lot to the table. I think, in my opinion, more so than Miranda and Charlotte. So, yeah, the show's definitely lacking something. Now we're going to talk about the big premiere of the Sex and the City. No, I don't like this bronzer. I think it's really, really cute, and that's kind of where it ends. The big premiere of And Just Like That, there was a death. Big spoiler alert. I couldn't even believe it. I could not believe it. But in the beginning, like the first episode, it shows, you know, Big and Carrie, they are still married. They are super, super happy, and they're almost too happy. I thought for sure, because at this time I had no idea what was going to happen. I thought for sure Big was having an affair. And Carrie gets invited to Charlotte's daughter Lily's recital, her piano recital, and everybody's going, and Big doesn't want to go. They're supposed to go to the Hamptons, and Carrie's like, well, do you mind if we go the next night, because I want to go see her recital? And he says, okay. She's like, well, do you want to go? And he says no. But everybody goes. Like, Miranda's husband Steve goes. Stafford and his partner go. Everybody's going. So why doesn't Big go to the recital? So my first thing was like, he's having an affair. For sure he's having an affair. But then when she's going to leave for the recital and she looks back and he's just looking at her and she's like, what are you looking at? And he's like, I'm looking at you. I knew he was going to die. I knew it. Knew it. And then when Lily was doing her piano piece, they showed him on the Peloton. He dies after getting off the Peloton. I heard their stock went down because of this. I don't know. But yeah, he's on the Peloton and I was like, yeah, he's going to have a heart attack. Just the way they were setting it up, I knew it. I knew it for sure. He gets off, he's going in the shower, and he has a heart attack. And I was like, but is he going to die? I still wasn't ready to accept it. So Carrie comes home. He has sent her a note to come home text to come home right away. They would go to the Hamptons tonight. So he had sent that right before he had the heart attack. So she goes home and she sees him in the shower, like outside the shower. And he's obviously like something very wrong. And this was another weird thing. She doesn't call the ambulance. Okay, so this is Cheek Pop, Blush Pop, and Nude Pop. I've heard so many amazing things about these Cheek Pop blushes, but I have never tried them. So we're going to go ahead and try it. Doesn't swatch good either, but sometimes you can't tell that with a blush. Very, very cute packaging. And yes, I have heard great things about the Cheek Pops. So let's see. So yeah, she sees him and she just kind of goes running over to him. And like she like holds him in her arms. And of course, the last scene is, and just like that, Big died. And I was like, what? Big died? Like, what the? I was shocked. And I was like, why the hell didn't she call the ambulance? And then I was like, well, maybe I'm like just like reading too much into it. But no, a lot of people felt that way. Like on social media, it was all over. Why the hell didn't Carrie call the ambulance? I mean, if you see somebody like having a heart attack, your husband at that, isn't it? I understand there's a process. Like you're shocked. Maybe you're shocked for a few seconds. But like there's that immediate response, right? That you're going to call for help. Even if you run over to him and are like, you know, with him, you're going to get on the phone and call for help. And Big, the guy, Chris Knopf, he explained it. He said that they wanted to have a Bonnie and Clyde scene, but that made absolutely no sense. So what that means is, if you've ever seen Bonnie and Clyde, the movie with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, when they get ambushed at the end, there's this scene where they know they're going to be killed and they look at each other, and it's a very emotional scene and they nail it. Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty nail it. They look at each other with this look that they're going to die. But they were about to be shot, okay? They knew they were going to die. There was no way out. Big was having a heart attack. Why would you not call I wanted to call the ambulance and be like, Big's having a heart attack. He just fell off the Peloton. You need to get down to Fifth Avenue. But I didn't. But I wanted to. Okay? So, yeah. So, they even had a dermatologist, brought a dermatologist in an interview and asked, could somebody have saved Big? And he said, probably not. But you should always call an ambulance if someone's having a heart attack. Dum-dum Carrie. Seriously. Yeah, so she doesn't call an ambulance, so Big dies. So that's the first episode. And I don't like this blush either. What the hell is going on? Can I show you something? I'm going to swatch it on my hand. Like, it looks okay. It looks like kind of like coral, but God, it's not like picking up. It's so hard. I wonder if I got, no, I was gonna say maybe I got like some bad ones, but all of this stuff, it's like so hard in the pan. Oh, I guess it's there. Yeah, I can kind of see it. It's just okay though. There's definitely nothing great about this blush, and I've heard so many amazing things about this blush. It's okay. It's just okay. It's just okay. All right, so then the second episode, Charlotte's like having a breakdown because she feels like it's her fault. And I was kind of thinking, not that it's her fault, it's not her fault, but I was kind of thinking the same thing. If she had just gone to the Hamptons the way they were supposed to and she hadn't gone to her daughter's recital, he might not have died. But obviously, that you really can't think like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try Hefty Highlight. This is a highlighter stick. Let's see if they can, should I just put it on? Maybe I'll put it on my finger first. See if Clinique can redeem. Ooh, this feels nice. See, this product feels nice right off the bat, so let's see. So basically, the second episode, they have the funeral, and Samantha sends flowers, very nice of her. And it's just kind of, like Carrie just dealing with it. She's the same old Carrie. They deliver the ashes to like her apartment, and she's with her friends, and she's like shocked, and she's like, oh, I must have checked the box where I wanted you to surprise me with my husband's ashes. Oh, this is pretty. This I like. This is nice. This kind of melts into the skin. I'm gonna try like just on this one. Okay, I think it goes on better, probably better with the finger. Especially if you have dry skin, you really have to manipulate highlighters sometimes because they will accentuate everything you have. But this is actually very nice. This product I like. Okay, so that product I like, so that's pretty good. So that's 1 out of 3. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do some mascara. Now, what do I have? What do I have mascara-wise? I have this one, which I bought. This is for lower lashes. This is lower lash mascara. I've never bought mascara that was made specifically for lower lashes before. What the hell is it called? Oh, it's just called Bottom Lash Mascara in black. Okay, I have this, and I have a... Sorry, I had to reach over you. I have the High Impact Mascara. So we'll do this. Okay. So then in the last episode, it's kind of, oh my God, there's the will reading, and he leaves Natasha from the wife, his second wife that he cheated on Carrie with. He leaves her $1 million. And there's a scene where they're like, oh, well, it's only $450,000 after taxes. These are some wealthy women. Anyway, so and of course Carrie's like going nuts. So it's kind of like he's still alive because Carrie was always going crazy. I forgot to put on eyeshadow. Okay, let's take a step back. Let's take a step back. I do have one thing. I don't have Clinique doesn't make a whole lot of eyeshadow, but I'll show you what I did get. I got another one of these sticks. So this is the Latte Chubby Stick Shadow Tint for Eyes. So we're going to try this. Actually, I already tried it. This is the one thing I had to try before this video because I didn't know if it would give me a reaction, and I don't like it. Surprise, surprise, I don't like it. So yeah, there's like the, so I swatch it. You see? It's like, it's okay. It's just like a regular neutral color, but it doesn't stay and it doesn't apply. It feels really creamy, but it just doesn't apply well and it doesn't stay well. Like, it's okay. Can you see? But I guarantee by like in a couple hours it'll be gone, and it's very, very light. I wouldn't spend money on this. So yeah, so she, like the whole time she was with Bake, she was always wondering about like what other women he was with, and she was always suspicious. So it's kind of like that all over again. Even though the man is dead, she finds like a phone number in his wallet, and it turns out that the phone number is their house number. So but she's suspicious that he was talking to Natasha. So he kind of tracks Natasha down. Natasha wants nothing to do with her. You know, she's really not over. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the right way to put it. But she's moved on. She has like children and everything. But, you know, obviously it's a sore spot. Carrie had an affair with Big while they were married. So finally she runs into her in New York City in the bathroom of a coffee shop, and they finally have the conversation, and she lets Carrie know that she's sorry for her loss and that no, she did not speak to Big anymore. She hadn't spoken to Big since the divorce. So he probably just felt, but I guess like Carrie has a point. Even if he just felt bad, obviously when he made his will, he was thinking about her, right? If he wasn't thinking about her, he would have never put her in his will. So I guess there was a kind of a point for Carrie, and Carrie kind of said that, you know, he ruined their happy ending because they were very, very happy before he died, but then like that kind of ruined it. But then I guess she gets over it. I don't know. Like that's kind of, the whole series is kind of like, and then what else is going on? Oh, it looks like Miranda might be an alcoholic, and Charlotte's daughter might be Rose might be transgender. So I guess they're going to deal with some of these topics. I think the biggest topic that the show will deal with is Carrie really moving on, because her entire life since she met Big was dictated by Big. And now it can't be. Death is the final, you know, death is final. There's no, you know, now she has to move on. There's no choice. So I guess we're going to see where that takes her and who else will be back. So we've seen Natasha so far. We have seen some characters in the first one, but I didn't recognize them. I think we were supposed to. I think they were recurring characters at the funeral, but I didn't recognize who they were. And I'm sure, I'm willing to bet you money we'll see Aiden. I don't know why. I didn't read that, but I'm willing to bet we'll see Aiden. What do I think of the series? It's okay. Look, there'll never, ever be another one of the original. The original show was by far superior. This I'm pretty sure this will be the last one. And I wonder if they'll just kind of like how they'll end it. If they'll end it like, oh, what happened to them like for the rest of their lives. I'm kind of hoping so, because I think this has to be the end. I think this is it. So is this show okay? Here's my feeling on the show. If you were a big Sex and the City fan, I think it's worth watching. If you weren't, you're probably not going to like it. It's not. I, as a Sex and the City fan, was a little, so far I've been a little bit disappointed. Honestly, I've been a little disappointed. I really wish they hadn't written Big out. Although I think he comes back, because I know I've seen other scenes with him, so maybe she's like envisioning him or something. But it's definitely not going to be the same thing. The relationship between her and Big was the whole show, basically. So I think if they wanted to kill him off, unless Chris Noth didn't want to do the show, I don't know. If they wanted to kill him off, I think they could have killed him off on like the last episode or something like that. Not the first one. That's my opinion. That's my take on the situation. So far, it's okay. It's nothing great. Like I said, they'll never top the original, and the absence of Kim Cattrall, for me at least, is very noticed. Very noticed. It's, yeah, very noticed. The dynamic between Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, I guess they were not friends off screen, but on screen it was very good. And I just don't feel like the three of them carry it as well. Okay, so I'm going to do the bottom lashes. Guys, what do you think? What do you think of Sex and the City? Are you watching it? Did you watch the original? Are you watching it now? What do you think of the show? I would love to know your opinions. What was your favorite episode? What was your least favorite episode? I really like them. I'm not sure if I had a least favorite episode. That's kind of pretty. Bottom lash. I usually don't wear mascara on my bottom lashes. I guess it's bottom lash mascara. The applicator is very, very tiny. Is that what makes it bottom lash mascara? So yeah, it's on HBO Max and it premieres every Thursday. And the whole series is actually on HBO Max, if you want to catch up with the original. I kind of like that. Okay, so last thing, lips. They do feel kind of good from that hydration thing that I used from when we started. They feel good. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to wear lip liner Sometimes when you do the hydration, like a lip mask, and then you go to wear lip liner, it just doesn't come off well. So I have Clinique Baby Buff Quickliner for lips. So we're gonna see how that works. I feel like this is a very long video. Yeah, see? This is kind of my fault. Ooh, I do like the way my eyes look. I do. I don't like the eyeshadow, but the rest of them, it's okay. Okay, so we blind them. I have to show you what I got. It's so freaking cute. Where's the top to this? It just fell into my lap. Okay, so this is really cute. This is from the Clinique Holiday Collection. So this is the jar. It's like Christmas candies, and then there's 5 lipsticks in here. Oh, I did not unwrap it. This I did not try at all. So there's some tissue. So I'll swatch these out for you. I'm going to be keeping these. Oh, they're so pretty. This is some really, really cute packaging, isn't it? It's like are they like snowflakes? I like the colors, and like the tin is so nice. So you get 5. Again, I don't remember how much this was, but I will link everything down below. So cute. So the colors. Okay, so we have, there's orange. One is Canoodle. Ooh. Very pretty. Okay. Let me do it on this hand. Okay, so that's Canoodle. I think they're all nude. They're all kind of like nude colors, which is why I liked them. This is the green one, and this is in Tender Heart. They're like very close. They're very close. Okay, the red one is Red Alert. I'm assuming this is red. Yes, okay. So, let's do that under. Ooh, that's bright. That I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull off. All right. So out of those 3, so far I think I'm liking the first one first. That was Canoodle. But let's go ahead and try the other 2. We have the pink. The pink is a different grape. Is this purple? Ooh, this is like a berry. This is also going to be a little bit dark for me. Yeah. That's also going to be dark. That's this one right here. Sis, I'm getting some lipsticks. Me and Sheila, we work together. We've worked together for many, many years, and she used to always call me little sis because she would like give me like advice on different things, and yeah, I also called her big sis. Okay, so oh, this is a different grape. We just tried this one. Let's try the purple one. I thought they were all nudes. This is also kind of purplish. This is Raspberry Glaze. That one I might be able to pull off. That one's not as deep. Today we're going to try Canoodle. That's the orange one. This I really like. This feels really good on the lips too. This formula is really, really nice. This lip formula is really nice, and packaging is really beautiful. Really nice for the holidays. Okay, so that's that. There's our try on. What's the take home here? Okay, it's okay. I think I learned that I like Clinique skincare a little bit better than their makeup. I did really like this, but I was just myself misunderstood what the product is. This is kind of just a priming gel. It's not a foundation, even though it says BB. It doesn't say BB cream though, it says BB, but when I think BB, I think foundation. So I like this. I think it's very moisturizing, but it's not a foundation. But I like it. Okay, so we did that. Then we did the concealer. The concealer I did not like, and specifically said that it was made for fine lines. It's sinking. It is like a sinking ship into my fine lines. So yeah, I respectfully disagree. I don't like it. So I don't like that. What else did I use? Oh, the lotion. The lotion, this was nice. This is very nice, but I don't think I needed it with this, but it was nice. Okay, so then we moved on to makeup, the eyebrow pencil. Eyebrow pencil is not bad. I really, really like the highlighter if I could get that by itself. The eye crayon, it's just okay. It was just okay. That clip left like a wrinkle in my hair. But yeah, the lift, the highlight, I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty. Okay. Big no on the blush and the bronzer, and I'm super surprised because these were the two products I thought I was really, really gonna like, but they're like very hard. Unless they grow on me, they're kind of hard to use, and like they're hard in the pan. They don't like come up on the brush easy, and I mean, I think the blush looks significantly better on the skin than the bronzer. I don't even see the bronzer. So I would have to say the blush, the blush is nicer. Yeah, the blush, I do see it now. The blush is okay. I'm not crazy about the bronzer. The highlighting stick, I think, is beautiful. This is one of the favorite products that I use. This is the Chubby Hefty Highlight. The Chubby Stick. Hefty Highlight. I like this. This is very nice. And then the mascara was also very nice. The regular mascara was just like a regular mascara. There's nothing to write home about, but it's not terrible. But the little mascara for the bottom lash, I think that's a cute idea. I'm sure other brands do that, but I've never used it before. But I do like it. I like the way it's making my lashes look. So this might be something that I try now. I did like this Hydrating Lip Plumper. I thought this was nice. And for the lipstick, yes, I did think this was a very nice formula. I'm sorry, I'm making so much noise. There's no name on it. Is there? I don't know. These. I think these are really, really cute. They're really nice. It's called the lipstick in general. Dramatically different. Like dramatically different lipstick. It's very moisturizing. I think it's beautiful. And the packaging is really cute. Okay, guys. So this is a very, very long video where we talked about Clinique. We talked about Sex and the City. I'm so thankful for you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope, like I said, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you do so and you give it a thumbs up. What do you guys think about Sex and the City? What are you guys thinking about the reboot? Like, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think about them killing off Big? I would love to know. I would also love to know you guys' thoughts on Clinique. You can leave me all your thoughts and comments down below. You can follow me on social media. I do promise to get more active on it. I will also leave those links. If there's ever anything that you want me to talk about, you can leave me that too. We talk about all in the attic, so if it is something I can talk about, I absolutely will. I'm going to do a playlist for my Vlogmas, which will start with Friday's video. And I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. And until then, take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.